this is Pamela here, and you are on Pamela's Adoring Crochet. I'd like to say welcome to my channel. Well, today's video is a crochet along. This is the 2025 temperature blanket crochet along. I know everyone has them. They're everywhere. Everybody's done that, done this, done that, but I haven't. I have not done this on my channel yet, and so I need to jump on board, do this. I'm excited about it, and I want you guys to be excited with me, and I want you to join along with me. So let me give you a little idea of how this works, because I had to do my research on it because I did not quite understand what a temperature blanket was and how it worked. So as we know, there are 365 days in a year, and so you take the way I'm doing mine on my channel. Let me show you this. I'm doing it in 10-degree increments. And I'm starting with the 9 and under, and I'm ending with 100 and up. And so they're 10 degrees, each one of these. So just pick you out a set of colors. And if I can remember, I did find a website that had colors that were good for temperature blankets. And so I just kind of picked one that the color scheme that I like, but you can pick your own colors. And here are the colors you can see that I picked for mine. And I believe my sister Tanya is going to go with the same exact colors for hers. So what you do is you pick your area that you want. I mean, it could be a favorite place. It could be your favorite vacation. It could be a memory, like maybe when you've stayed at the lake, or, you know, maybe you had a wonderful Disney World trip, or, you know, just whatever it is. It could be your area. And I mean, could even, sadly, it could even be a year maybe where you lost a loved one. And this may be like a memory blanket of that year, not to bring sadness, but to bring, you know, a memory in honor of that person. So you can go back into, I believe it's the National Forecast Archive, and you can go back years. It may be the year your baby was born. It may be the year that you had your first grandchild. I mean, you know, there's so many different ways that you can do this. I am just doing, since this is my first, I'm just going to do my year, this year coming up, to give some excitement and see how these colors flow. I am really looking forward to it. And you have no idea how these colors are going to flow. That's what's cool about it. I thought about doing a cruise that I went on, and I got to looking back at their temperatures, and they're pretty much the same year round. So I was like, well, I'm not going to do that blanket. So Arkansas is where I live, and our temperatures are just crazy. They're up and down here and there and blah, blah, blah. You never know what you're going to get. And so I went ahead and decided my first one, I'm going to just do my area right here. But you can even do, I was talking to Patsy this morning. Hey, Patsy. And she was saying that you can even do like the weather changes, whether it's windy that day, you know, different things like that. And maybe you wouldn't have as many colors, but, you know, you could even do according to the type of weather that you're having that day. So that's another thing. It could be rainy, windy, you know, different things like that. Snow. Anyway, so I really like that idea, Patsy. Thank you for sharing that idea with me. And she said it was okay if I share that idea here on my channel. So thank you for that. But yeah, that's all you need to do is just pick out your colors. And you can write this down. I'm going to put this up close. If you would like to do it in 10-degree increments, you can make it a little bit crazier if you wanted to do it in 5-degree increments and just have more colors. So, because you're going to, well, you may not always be changing your colors, I guess, per row, but you may have to somewhat or a lot more if you do the 5-degree. So I would, you know, highly recommend, if you don't care to do all that, I would highly recommend just doing the 10-degree. But I'm looking forward to it. It's the high here right now is like 59, and I'm already looking into this. So we've got a couple of days till New Year. I would be starting mine out with yellow. But anyway, so let me see. I have some things that I typed up right here that I wanted to share with you guys about the temperature blanket. Now, I am using a G 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. And the reason I say that is, think about it, guys. This is going to be 365 rows. So you want your rows to be small, or else you're going to have a really huge blanket. You're going to do 1 row per day. That's how it works. 1 row per day. If you get behind, if you want, you can just write your temperature for that day, put it on a piece of paper or chart or whatever you may have, and look at it that way. And then maybe at the end of the week, do 2 or 3 rows, depending on where you're at and what's going on in life. So it doesn't necessarily have to be, you do not necessarily have to sit down every day and do it. Your row, you can do it later. Just don't get too far behind. That's what I'm hoping I do not do, is get behind. I'm going to try and stay on top of this one, because like I said, I am pretty excited to see how my temperature colors change when the year is over. So like I said, this is a year-long crochet along, and I will be showing weekly updates on my temperature blanket and in my Facebook group page. I would love it if you guys shared your updates on your blankets, your progress. You can put them on my Instagram, tag me on Instagram at Pamela's Adoring Crochet. It all works. You'll get me, and I'd love to see your blankets as well. I'd love to see the progress throughout the year. Let's see, another thing. I'm using a medium 4-weight yarn. If you want to use a smaller yarn, like a 3-weight or something like that, I would recommend just using the hook that's on your yarn band and see, kind of go by that. Now, if you're using a medium 4-weight or higher, and the suggested hook size, I would highly recommend going down a hook size if you're using bulkier type yarn, thicker yarn. I'm just using big twist yarns for mine. Those are just average medium 4-weight yarns. In the description box below, I will try to find that link. I'm pretty sure I still have it up on my computer, that has the color swatches. And there is also a calculator telling you what size, I guess the width it'll be if you use a certain hook and chain a certain amount. I'm going to chain probably about 140, something like that. You can make you a 4x4 swatch if you'd like, to kind of help you out before you get started. So I bought this hook. It's a Susan Bates hook, 4.0. I'm really liking this hook. They're like $4.49, something like that, at Joann's. And so I've bought me several of these lately. But I am using, the stitch for this project is the Herringbone half double crochet stitch. And that's what I plan on doing my blanket with. I really like this stitch. Here it is. I do have a tutorial on this, and I will leave the tutorial to this in the description box below, but I will also put this in the comment section. So you can go straight to this, so that if you would like for your temperature blanket to be this stitch, which I think it's a nice tight stitch, and it's not really big, tall, I guess you could say. So I think it's a great stitch. Now, I have done this in 3 different colors to kind of give you an idea. And that's the Herringbone half double crochet. So like I said, I will leave the link in the description box below, and you guys can go check out that. But that, if you'd like to use that stitch, you can use any stitch you would like. That's what's fun about it. You can choose your own and choose your own width. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you would like to do little granny squares, 365 little granny squares, and then piece them together, I think that would be fun too. If you've done the 1 row temperature blanket before and you'd like to try something different, that's pretty cool. You can do the chevron stitch. The reason I'm avoiding those things, the chevron and things like that, I just don't want my blanket to be so big that I can't play with it and use it right, I know it's going to be really long, and so I don't want to make it to where it's unmanageable. And so that's why I'm not doing the chevron and things like that. If that is too much work, doing the 365, you can do a weekly and just go about it that way. Whatever the high was for that week, the average high. It doesn't necessarily have to be a one day. But I'm going to go ahead and try the one day. I just think that's going to be so cool. But there's so many different ways that you can do this. But I would love it if you guys join me on this, my first ever on Pamela's Adoring Crochet channel, the 2025 Temperature Blanket Crochet Along. I'm so excited to finally get that going on my channel. And if I didn't mention, you can find the temperature data from your local weather service or app, and you can go back and you can find an archive of any of the dates that you want. So if you happen to be on vacation and you don't have your temperatures for that week, you can always go back and get that. So it's not a big deal. So there's all my colors, guys. There they are. They're all big twists except for the big gold one. That is Craftsmart. It's the only one that I have that's Craftsmart. But that's the colors that I plan on using. So just get you a big bag. I just got this at Joann's. I thought about making, and I talked to my sister about it, I thought about making a big basket, but you know, they get so floppy and stuff. And then by the time I've got all these colors, plus the blanket as it's getting bigger, I'm like, no, I don't think I want to do that. Not for that project. Okay, guys, that is it. I look forward to seeing everyone's project. Just remember, this starts January the 1st, 2025. So get out your little weather app on January the 1st. See what the temperature is what the high temperature is going to be for that day. Write it down on a piece of paper. Pick your color that you have assigned for that day and start crocheting. And just have fun with it, guys. Have fun with it. That's what life is all about. Just living life, having fun, and crocheting. All right, guys, that's all I have for this video. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.